And the signing of the agreement on joint development of mineral resources on the territory of Ukraine between Kiev and Washington gives the U.S. absolute priority in the development and sale of resources. Let's learn more with our colleague Oleg Yasinski.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky divided Ukraine's mineral resources and infrastructure between his two main partners. He handed over the nuclear power plants, ports, and strategic assets to the European elites and the rest to the United States. The 100-year agreement with Britain, however, left little to the United States, hence the theatrical maneuvers on the issue of security guarantees.
De ahí las maniobras teatrales con el tema de las garantías de seguridad.
Формально, конечно, эта сделка закабаляет ресурсную базу Украины.
Formally, this agreement enslaves the resource base of Ukraine, putting it at the complete disposal of a country that does not want to deal with it. I cannot imagine a single private investor who, on the basis of such meager data, would invest not just $1 billion, but even $1 million in the development of a field.
Да даже $1 миллион в какую-то вот, так сказать, разработку, значит, какого-то месторождения.
There is not even the most primary data that can serve as a basis for any kind of exploratory and detailed work. That is, you can name 1,000 more parameters that will scare any normal investor who values his money.
Любого нормального, элементарного инвестора, который дорожит своими деньгами.
Hoy en día Cargill, Monsanto y DuPont, inversores.
Today, Cargill, Monsanto, and DuPont investors Vanguard, BlackRock, and Blackstone own 40% of Ukraine's arable land. For these deals, Kyiv received $17 billion in loans from the International Monetary Fund and from the offices of the three corporations on its territory. In short, Ukrainian land does not belong to the country, but to multinational corporations.
No le pertenecen al país, sino a las empresas multinacionales.
But Zelensky, of course, will not talk about this in his next interview and in the context of some idiotic images. It's all sold out there. Sovereignty has been sold. That's what it can be called briefly and unequivocally. Although it was previously sold to BlackRock and, of course, to the British according to the 100-year agreement. And also to the Ukrainian oligarchs. It's all theirs for a long time. I wonder who will get all this later.
Según el reciente acuerdo firmado entre Estados Unidos y Ucrania,
according to the recent agreement signed between the United States and Ukraine, new and unlicensed mineral sites will be transferred to United States control. The fund provides for equal contributions from both countries, but Ukraine does not have the funds. Its foreign debt exceeds $169 billion, and additional budgetary investments are impossible.
Y las inversiones presupuestarias adicionales son imposibles.
This agreement has absolutely nothing to do with military actions, but Trump is including it in the terms of the agreement. We understand that the United States is money, and this determines United States policy from a political point of view. And the authorities, if their money is there, their business, great, they will continue to negotiate. In fact, we will never see the full text of the agreement in the first place because there is a closed part. That is, they are dividing something there and we won't be able to know the details.
Todos estos acuerdos no corresponden a los intereses nacionales.
All these agreements do not correspond to national interests, do not contribute to the state budget, national security, and the country's development prospects. It is simply the sale of the homeland by Zelensky in the name of personal security guarantees.
Oleg Yasinski, teleSUR, Moscow.